That's why when you meet somebody and you either like, whoa, I vibe with them, or whoa, I don't vibe with them, and you're like, why? You have no logical reason. It's because your heart is telling you so. All right. Welcome back to Indigo Vision. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I address self mastery and self empowerment. Now, today's topic is relationships and energy. So, energy is everything. You have the Hermetic principle, vibration. That is, everything is in motion. Nothing is solid. Nothing is still. Nothing can be stagnant. So, with that being said, every relationship that you have is a energy swap. So we're basically giving and receiving at all times. Now, your heart, for instance, has a field around it. It's about, from what I've been told, 8 to 8.5 feet, in diameter. So anyone that comes within that space of your heart, you're going to automatically be swapping energy. When you vibe with someone, you're vibing with their heart energy. And basically, the energy that you're putting off and that they're putting off is a match. So that match can last for years, a month, a day, or even a few hours or a few minutes. You have people that you had a great conversation with that you've never seen before again, or never seen before and never seen after. That right there is an example of a quick energy swap. So therefore you have people who are in your life for seasons, and that season can be, again, very short or very long. So someone who's married to someone, or a couple that's together for a long time, they have a lot of energy they need to swap, so that they constantly are needing that energy from that person. Therefore, and your heart isn't liking the energy that it is being swapped with, or there isn't any swapping going on, any exchange going on. It is two energies that are repelling each other. So when you vibe with someone, you're vibing with their heart energy. And basically, the energy that you're putting off and that they're putting off is a match. So that match can last for years, a month, a day, or even a few hours or a few minutes. You have people that you had a great conversation with that you've never seen before again, or never seen before and never seen after. That right there is an example of a quick energy swap. So therefore you have people who are in your life for seasons, and that season can be, again, very short or very long. So someone who's married to someone, or a couple that's together for a long time, they have a lot of energy they need to swap, so that they constantly are needing that energy from that person. Therefore, their relationship stays intact. So when out of nowhere you break up with your girlfriend or boyfriend, or your friend falls off with you out of nowhere, that is because the energy that needed to be exchanged has been exchanged. So this is important to know, because you have people who are in and out of your life, and it's like, why did that person leave? Why did that person hurt me? Or why don't I feel the same about that person? It's due to the fact that the exchange of energy has already happened. So this is important, again, because it makes it easier to accept and not to be attached. Because detachment isn't very important in this reality, because this life that we live is temporary. So if you are constantly wanting to hold on to relationships that are no longer stimulating you, and you're living in the past, and wondering why things aren't the way they were anymore, or why that person is different or whatever, it's due to that season being done. And it's very important to acknowledge that, because it will make life easier. You will be able to let things go when your heart tells you, okay, enough's enough. You've had enough with this person, and it's time to move on. That is maturity, and that's not easy for people to do, because again, they're living in their head and they're not aware of the energy exchanges that are going on. So even with your parents, your relatives, your siblings, those are people in your lives that are holding a certain frequency for you that is going to be there throughout your life. So these people who are in your family are playing their role as certain types of energy that you need in your life. So your mother and your father, for instance, are energies that you need your whole life. Or they can be a parent that is not in your life in certain aspects. Either when you're born and you reconnect later in life, that could be that you didn't need their energy at first, but now you need it now. So it's important to not let grudges or you let negative thoughts or emotions get in the way of accepting energy that needs to be accepted, or denying energy that needs to be denied, because your heart is telling you. Right now, the world we live in, most people are too much in their head and not enough in their heart. So there's a battle going on constantly of like, okay, well, society has me thinking one way, and you're going back and forth between your heart knowledge and your brain knowledge. But again, the brain has been, manipulated in certain aspects about how to handle certain emotional relationships. So it's important to be able to listen to your heart and realize, okay, this person is good for me, or this person isn't good for me. And what's good and what isn't good is simply dictated upon what you need at that time. So energy is everything, and allowing your energy to flow naturally is the key. So I felt this was a relevant topic. Relationships are really just energy exchanges, and if something feels right at that moment, then go with it. But at any moment, that could change. So in relationships, like dating someone, that's when things get tough, because you had strong feelings for that person when you first met them. And that really, what that relationship, it's like you need that energy that person gives off. And from a mental aspect, we don't understand what's really going on. So we confuse things as far as like saying that it's love, which it could be love, but really you're just drawn to that person's energy, and that person's drawn to your energy because y'all are exchanging and giving. It's like each person has something to bring to the next person. So I have a gift for you, and you have a gift for me. And once that gift is fully, downloaded or exchanged, then it's time to move on. Now, again, that exchange could take a week, it could take a year, 6 years, or 20 years. But when that exchange is done, it's done. Knowing that will really help people be mature and be able to separate without there being these hard feelings or resentment, being like, you don't love me anymore. It's not that I don't love you. It is the fact that our season is done. And you can still be there for that person, but that person might not play that same role in your life that they once played. So yeah, that is pretty much my message today, is to add a little bit more insight on relationships and people and the whole dynamic of humanity. We're all one, and we're all here to help each other. So we're just swapping, different energies to where we can all grow to the best version of ourselves while we're here in this life. So I hope that helps or made sense. Please, if you have any questions or want to make a comment, please let me know what you think, or if you agree or if you disagree. And again, be the change in the world that you want to see. Peace.